Quick. All right, guys, I'm so happy to do this call with you ladies today. So I have it recorded for anybody else that is missing today, because I think this is going to be pretty helpful, especially for our newer coaches. If you guys can mute yourselves and raise your hands in the chat if you have questions as I go. I'm going to go over kind of how to give yourself a Facebook audit. As a brand new coach, this is going to be very helpful. So grab a pen and paper, because there's going to be things that you might want to write down. For my veteran coaches that have been with me for a while, this might be repeat information, but I might share something new today that you may not have known. So I'm going to go ahead and kick this off for you guys and open up my Facebook. Okay, so let's say you are a brand new coach, okay? The first thing I want you to do, or even if you've already been a coach for a while, after we get off this call over the weekend, I would love if every single one of you would go to your own Facebook and give yourselves an audit. And this is what you're going to do. First thing I want you to look at, do you have a good profile photo? Okay. It doesn't have to be a professional one, just something that shows your face that's clear and bright. The reason being is when you're sending messages in Facebook Messenger, you know how you see that little bubble of who you're talking to? You want to make sure they can see your face. You want to make sure that people can see you and they connect with you in Messenger. So if it's a picture of you and your dog, or you and a bunch of your family too, it's hard to see your face. So make sure it's just a picture of you. Okay. Your cover photo. This is very important. So just so you guys all know, whenever you rank to Emerald on our team, you're gifted what is called the social media branding kit. So Dana, you'll be getting that over to you today. What happens is when you turn Emerald, our assistant for the team reaches out to you and she creates your social media branding kit. So she creates this cover photo for you. She helps you make sure that your profile photo looks good. And then she'll also give your Facebook an audit for you as well. So that's always our gift to all new Emeralds. So if you're not an Emerald yet, make sure you hit Emerald as soon as possible, because this is where your business really also takes off, because people recognize you. And now that you have, it's basically showing everybody that you're open for business, right? And it just gives your Facebook a professional look. So when you are sending messages in Facebook Messenger, people will go over to your Facebook then and say, well, who is this girl? What is she all about? And they will see that you're running a business. Okay. So those are very important factors on your profile page. Now, the next thing that I want you guys to do is make sure that your entire Facebook settings are set to public. Okay, so you're going to click your account bubble over here. And I can't see you guys if you're asking questions, put them in the chat. But over here, it says settings and privacy. You want to click that, do privacy checkup. Oh, not privacy checkup. Sorry. It is, there we go. Private settings and privacy settings. I just did this morning. There it is. Okay. Over to the left now, it brings you to privacy. You're going to click privacy. I want you guys to make sure you do this today, because you might not even know that your Facebook is set on private. And if it is set on private, nobody's seeing your posts. Okay. And you can't build the business if it's set on private. So you want to go into your settings over here. It says who can see your future posts. You want to make sure that this says public. That means everybody can see. Okay. And then down here, I want you to make sure that this right here, this where it says who can see the people, pages, and lists you follow, that should only be you. Here's the reason why. When you add friends like we do for our business, you're going to get a lot of friends. So Facebook maxes out at 5K friends, and I'm going to explain this later on. But when you have other network marketers in different companies, or people that also run other businesses that are trying to collect your friends list, if you don't have this to only me, they can go onto your Facebook page and literally get all of your friends lists. You don't want that to happen. Okay. So you want to make sure that this says only me on here. So public.
Rachel,
yes.
I have a quick question. How do you do it on a phone?
You're going to have to mess around with it and just find the bubbles. Yeah, I can't tell you
Okay, that's fine.
because I won't be able to
That's
show you.
okay.
But also, you guys, if you go to YouTube and say, how do I set my friends list, or how do I change my thing to public from my iPhone? There's videos on, it'll walk you through it. Okay, always remember YouTube is going to be your best friend in this business for anything. Okay, so public, only me, and then this should say everyone, and the rest is everyone, everyone, everyone. So, and that will already be set like that, but just make sure that it is. Okay, I have this recorded again, so if you want to go back in here, I'll scroll down this slowly so that you guys actually can see exactly where all of my settings are at. Okay, and then I'm going to scroll back up one more time.
Excuse me, Rachel, where did it say on that page about the only me?
Right
don't
here.
see that.
So when you go to your privacy, this page right here that's in front of us is going to pop up, right? And then you're going to set it to public. And then if you scroll down here, you see where it says only me, where I'm hovering. Do you guys see that?
I don't, it's kind of far away, so.
Oh, is it? Okay. What it says is who can see the people, pages, and lists you follow. That's what you're looking for.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It does say public. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So put that to only me, because that will keep your friends list to yourself and no one can steal your friends list. Okay. All right. Any questions on that? Cool. Okay. So let's get out of this. So again, you just want to make sure that your profile is set to public because you're building this business. And everybody needs to see your posts. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my main page. All right, so the other thing that I want you guys to look at is over here to the left where it says intro. You can add your tagline of yourself. You're going to add a bio. So a lot of us have just fun little taglines. Mine says passionate about helping families live physically and financially fit. Anything you want, can be anything you want that kind of resembles you and your brand, right? If you need help with creating the tagline, just reach out to me or your upline or your coach, and we'll come up with one together for you. But super fun. It kind of just gives people an idea of who you are, what you're about, and then you can add in links. So in here, I've added in all of the links that I've created. This is super easy too. If you go to Linktree, we also have a video on how to do this. We have videos for everything. It literally takes maybe 5 minutes to create a link for anything. So if you click on one of my links, it'll take them to my Fit Camp info PDF that we've all created. Some of my links go directly to, I'll just pull this one up so you guys can see. My Linktree, and then Linktree is also super, this is free, you guys. So this is not something that's going to cost you, but they can click to become a coach on your team, buy a challenge pack, just anything. I have collagen on there, the free workouts, all the good stuff. Let me go back here. And just so you guys know, anytime that you want to like check other coaches stuff out, just go over to their Facebook pages and kind of scope it out, and you can see like the different links that they have in and give you guys some other examples and ideas. So always have a bio. You can plug in your links there. Okay. Most important, you want to have your followers know where they can contact you, right? Because if you're sending messages in Facebook Messenger, they want to know what you're about. So make sure that your bio is done, the picture looks good, and all that good stuff. Okay. Questions on that? Links, bio. Okay. Next, I want you guys to look at how many Facebook friends you have. Okay, today, I want you to put in the chat room or even in the chat box right now, if you're on your Facebook, tell me how many Facebook friends you have. Don't be embarrassed. I don't care if it's 100. I don't care if it's 50. We all start somewhere. Trust me. I didn't have this many friends when I had like 5. So just so you guys know, Facebook maxes out at 5K friends. Your goal in this business is to max out. Okay. So you're going to keep it at about 4.8K friends. But here's the thing. Every single day, if you're building your business correct, you are going to be adding new people and deleting people. So you're never going to max out. Does that make sense? You're going to max out on the number, but you're always going to be adding new people and then deleting old people. So you're always going to have a plethora of people to talk to. Whenever I hear a coach tell me, oh my gosh, I'm not going to hit my Success Club numbers because I don't have any more people to talk to, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. We run a network marketing business. Do you know, we're talking to everybody in the world. Go to your Facebook friends list, send every single person a Facebook message and connect with them. If they are a friend of yours on your list, you should be talking to them. If you don't want to talk to that person, unfriend them and delete them from your page. Okay. All right. Questions on that, guys? Okay, so we've taken care of the bulk of your Facebook, right? The cover photo, the way it looks, your bio, your friends, you're adding, you're deleting. When you also go to your Facebook page today, there's some things that I want you guys to think about. Number one, write this down. Would I follow myself? Number two, would I sign up with me? Number three, do I inspire myself? Do I provide value? Do I inspire? Do I give tools? Do I give resources? Okay, you guys, I do this probably once a month. I literally go to my Facebook and I pretend I'm somebody else and I scroll it and I'm like, am I inspiring? Would I sign up with me? And always remember, be the coach that you want to recruit. That is who you should be talking to. Okay, so tips on that. Go to your Facebook. In the first couple of posts, somebody needs to know that you are running this as a business. So for example, here's a post of one of our Dana, she's on here today. She ranked advanced to Emerald, so that gives proof that I am on a team. Here's Jessica as well. So there's more examples. You want to make sure that people know that you have an opportunity for them, right? So in your first couple of posts, you want to make sure that on a daily basis, you're inviting to your challenge groups, you're talking about the business, and please, if your Facebook literally just has pictures of you working out, you have a lot of work to do. People get so sick and tired of seeing our workout videos every single day, okay? But yes, those are critical. 1 a week, 2 a week is good. You don't need to check in on your main Facebook page every day with a sweaty selfie, okay? That is where you can share in your stories. In your stories, check in every single day you work out. Talk about it, let them see you sweat. But on your main Facebook profile, once or twice a week, you're good. As long as they see that you're committed to your own journey, that's all they need to see, right? So posts talking about your business, and then, family stuff. So every now and then I'll drop in, a picture of the dog, and because I like to gather other people that are kind of have dogs too. So we have something in common. Transformations. Transformation Tuesday is huge. Doesn't mean you always have to do it on Tuesday. Pull a transformation so people see that you have something that could help them lose weight. And you're going to show how you can support them in this journey, right? Grab photos of our team transformations, grab photos from the Beachbody blog, doesn't matter. Share at least one transformation photo every single week, okay? And then things like this. Do we have a sale going on? Drop that there, let them know, your Insta stories, you can share onto your Facebook as well, okay? Something else that is very, very important that I feel a lot of coaches forget to do when you're giving yourself an audit. Again, it was, would I follow me? Do I inspire me? Do I provide value? But here's the other thing that a lot of people miss. Do people know your story? Okay, this is the most powerful tip I could give you guys today. If you're not telling your story, you're not creating a following. And when I say your story, I mean posts, kind of like emotional posts. Like, people know the struggles that I've been through because I'm an open book on Facebook, right? I've taken them through my breast implant illness. I've taken them through when I lost my son. I've taken them through every single season of my life. And that's how I've literally created this army of people that have my back. You've got to share your story. If you feel like you don't have a story, sit down, write it out, and think of what happened in your past, what's happened in your future, what does your family look like, Who is your family? What are the struggles that you've overcome? Anything in your life you need to get comfortable sharing, okay? Because always remember that God has given each of us a story that is to help other people. And if you don't share that story, you're not going to be able to help anybody. And what happens is that when you start sharing your story, you actually start helping yourself. So if there's really some dark things that you might be going through, I understand if you don't want to put that on Facebook, but if you can find the courage to really start sharing some of your biggest struggles, that's where you're going to get your followers from, because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, Jessica pulled herself through this. I can do it too. Right? Your story is what people connect to. So go back to your pages today, see all the things that you're posting business-wise. Are you giving them a coach opportunity? Make sure you have call to actions, right? Does everybody know what a call to action post is? Anybody can unmute. Oh, say, so a call to action basically, let me see if I can find one on the bottom of mine, maybe not, but yeah, maybe I have one here. So at the end of a post, you'll literally just tell them, hey, comment below if you want to jump into my next group, or comment below if you want to snag this deal today. A call to action. On a business post, it could say like, hey, comment below if you want me to send you a link on how to join our team and get started with this business, right? Those are called actions. So you want to literally tell people what to do on your posts. Okay. Questions on this? Any of it? Are you getting ideas in your head? All right, let's see, what else? You can do interaction posts, which are very helpful, where you're just asking people like, how many kids do they have? How long have they been married? Those posts are good at least once a week as well, because you want people to comment on those posts, right? All right, so who struggles with coming up with content and posting? Do you feel like that's a struggle of yours? Do you feel like everything I just said, you're comfortable with posting? Because here's the thing, guys, the reality is posting once a day is your business. We have to do that. So don't think that you're going to be able to get around it, because it's part of your business now. So just realize, okay, cool, I've got to get one post out a day, right? It doesn't have to be these elaborate posts, but I'm going to share something today that is going to help a lot of you. Terrible at posting, Kimberly says. You're going to get better, and I'm going to show you exactly what has helped me and some of my top leaders. So just so you guys know, when you join the team, you're put into that 9-day text training system, right? You get texts over 9 days, and in there is what's called the Shout app. In the Shout app, you have 100 days worth of posts, right? So you literally copy those posts, and that gives you 100 days of posts. So as a new coach, it's great. Get you rocking and rolling, you follow those 100 days, but then all of a sudden you get to a point where you're like, oh, well, I'm at the end of the 100 days. Now I got to start coming up with my own content. And that can be a little freaky, right? And you still haven't really gotten comfortable with what you're doing yet, or finding your voice, let's say, on Facebook. And here's another thing. As a new coach, I understand that it could be hard because you might not have team photos. You may not have been to a summit with us. You don't have pictures with your team to share, right? Talk about how it feels to be on the team. Take a picture of yourself, take a picture of our Zoom calls and share that. Anything that you can share that shows that you are a part of a team and you're working this as a business, do that type of stuff, okay? Okay, so those of you that have a hard time with posts, we get through the 100 days of the free posts that you guys have, right? Sharon and I have been using what's called the Ashley Shaw content for almost 3 years now. And some of my other diamonds. If you go to the diamonds that are on the team and look at our Facebook pages, you'll be able to see that a lot of our content is the same, but the wording has changed, the pictures are changed, and it looks totally different and sounds different, right? This is where it comes from. I'm going to show you guys the system that we use. If you want to be a part of the system and have access to it, it's just $10 a month, okay? Every first of the month, you PayPal me 10, I give you the login information, and you are able to log in the site that I'm going to show you guys today. I'm going to walk you guys through it for the last 10 minutes. I'm going to show you how Sharon and I use it and the other diamonds. But literally, what I'm sharing was created by a professional marketer for Beachbody coaches. So all the content in there is created for coaches on how to recruit to your teams, how to talk about the programs, how to talk about the products, messaging, and all the jazz. So if any of you don't have it and you want access to it, just make sure that you send me a message after this call, because September's content just came out. And all you do is I'm going to show you how to log in today. You log in every day, you copy and paste the post and go on with your day. And it's amazing. So let me show you guys this. And again, it's only $10, worth every single penny. And like I said, it's done by a professional marketer. So these aren't just some cheesy posts that you just throw up and go about your day. So, oh, this is the next part. That's not what I wanted. All right. So when you pay me the $10, literally 10, you're going to get access to this immediately. You're going to get access to all of the previous content too. So we have years and years of content in here. So you don't necessarily have to start on today's content, but that's just where I'm going to start to give you guys an example of how to use this. So when you log in, you're going to get, like I said, all the content. So when you click on each one, it'll give you that month's posts. So there's however many days in the month, you're going to get that many days of posts in that section. So I'm going to scroll down to September's just to give you guys an idea here. My computer's slow, guys, so bear with me. It tries to open up new links. Okay, so you're in September's. What you do over here to the right, it literally says day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. It takes you through the entire month. Okay, so it gives you like real ideas as well. So if you click on day 1, I'm not going to do that because it'll take us out of here, but it'll give me an idea on how to make a reel today for my business, which is awesome. So let's scroll down to this one, day 6. It's a challenge post. Hopefully your computer goes faster than mine. All right. So here it tells you kind of what you're doing with this post, which is very helpful. So it's going to give you an idea of what you're going to talk about, and then it'll give you a picture idea. So, an example of how to take this photo that'll go with this post. Here's a huge tip, and I've said this before on our calls. Get snap happy. Take tons and tons of pictures of yourself on good days, on bad days, when you've taken a shower and you've actually put on makeup. Take a bunch of photos that day, so that you have what's called a stockpile of photos for your posts. Because believe me, I know there's days when you wake up and you're just not feeling it and you do not want to take a picture of yourself. So it is very important you have a stockpile to pull from. So when you're out with the kids, when you're, outside, when you're cooking in the kitchen, just take tons and tons of photos. So when you're going to do these posts, you already have photos to use. Okay, so here's how you do it. Here's the post. You literally click copy right here. Okay, and then I go over to my Facebook and I post it, and then I put a picture with it. Amazing, right? Okay, so that's all you do. And that if you go to my Facebook, that's the majority of my posts is all the stuff. Now maybe how it sounds, I'm like, oh, that doesn't really sound like my wording. I'll change it. Sometimes I cuss a little bit because that's just who I am. I'll put a little cuss word in there or whatnot here and there. But that's it. And so you have all of the content here. Now, the cool thing also about this is, and we're almost done with this call, but let me show you guys something else. On the right side, so here's all of the months, right? All the posting guides for every single month. On the right side here, you have designated posts for specific things that you're working on. So let's say right now, this month, you just want to focus on recruiting coaches to your team. I do this often. You go into this section and it's literally just posts on recruiting coaches to your team. So it gives you like all different types of posts on like what it looks like to be on our team. It just takes you down really, having somebody from the outside looking in as you go through these posts. They learn more about you. They learn like the business opportunity, and it's just all for recruiting. So this is really helpful tool in here. We also have a messaging tool. So let's say you struggle with how to, and believe me, we all do this, I got some of them this morning where they're like screenshot and you send me a message. You're like, how do I respond to this message, right? If that was you, just raise your hand. That's cool. Because I actually love it when you guys do that. It does not bother me. Abby's like, yes, does not bother me at all. I am more than happy. And it just, it makes me know that you guys are working the business. So please, by all means, still do that. But this right here is your messaging plan. It gives you text and scripts and messages that you literally copy paste in Messenger. And this probably was the most helpful for me when I signed on, because the way they word the messages are beautiful. I'm like, oh, I would have never thought to just change like the end of this text to a question and people respond to your messages. So this is very helpful. Do you guys have any questions on any of this? Do you want me to go back and show you anything else? You guys can unmute. Let's talk. I'm going to stop screen sharing. All right, so that's what I wanted to show you guys. Go ahead.
So because everyone's quiet, I thought I would jump in.
Hi, honey.
Hi. Okay, so I just wanted to let everyone know that I have used this in the past. And I would completely say what Rachel is saying in the sense that on the
Uh-oh, she went mute. Say it again, Rachel, we lost you.
okay, how am I now?
Go ahead, you're good.
I'm trying to, oh, there we go. I was trying to turn on my video.
I'm like, no, we lost you.
So I would just say that on the days that you're really, really struggling to have a post, then this is where it's really good to have in the side. Like, and especially on those days. So for those of you that know me, I'm a very emotional, I feel very hard, right? So another thing I like to try and share is that if you are feeling something, post about it. That's like the what I try and tell those on my team is just the sense of like if you recently saw my I love coaching post.
Yes, so good. I love that one.
I literally all day long thought about that post at my job, like all day long. And I was like, I need to somehow express this feeling, right? And so if you just had a really, really hard workout, it's not a sweaty selfie. It's like, holy shit, guess what I did today? Or, oh my gosh, I just did 5 freaking push-ups that I've never done before. So don't show that you did 5 push-ups. Share the emotion. And that's, again, I really believe in the Ashley Shaw, and I believe in on those days, because on those days I do struggle. But the only thing I would add to it is that when you are feeling an emotion, that is when you should post. And then maybe you look back on it and be like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have shared that. Too late, you already did. So that's
yes, you guys, and that goes back to where I was saying, when you're looking at your Facebook, do people know your story? That's where that aligns. Yeah, we have these scripts and this content on, and really, like Rachel's saying, we use those on the days we can't think of something or we're just not feeling it. Because you guys, we can't show up 100% every single day and be inspiring every day, right? But that's not what we're made to do. We're made to show up in our most vulnerable state, because that's how we change people's lives. You guys have to tap into that. So some of us are more natural, I guess you would say, to sharing that emotional side. And for some, it's so incredibly scary and hard, right? But that is where this business is going to take off. And if you feel like you have struggled up until this point in this business, I want to encourage you to go back and visit who you are and what your story is, and start talking the shit about it. Like, talk about the hard stuff, right? But then let's say you wrote something out, and then in the end you say, and this is what I'm going to do today to make it better. This is what I'm going to do today to help somebody else come out of the darkness, right? Have you guys, you've seen some of our posts like that, right? Those are so important. And they're so helpful, not only for you, but for everybody else that follows you, because that's where they're going to reach out to you. And that's where you build trust. That's where you build your tribe of people that when you send a message to them and say, hey, you want to join my next challenge group? They're going to be like, yes, because I've been following you for 5 years and I've seen all the shit you've gone through, and I want to be there with you. But if you don't share any of that, nobody even knows what you're going through, right? I hope that makes sense, guys. And I just want to say thank you for everybody that's been here with me following my journey over the last 8 years, because it's been one hell of a ride. All right, guys, anything else today? No? Okay, so go give yourselves a Facebook audit. Go have some fun with it. When you look at it, I don't want it to be discouraging either. I just want it to be eye-opening. And I want you to think, what is my story? Am I sharing my story? Do people know who you are when they go to your page? What are you about? What have you struggled? What have you overcome? Right? Are you sharing your workouts? Remember, we only need about 2 of those a day. But Rachel gave a great example. If you are sharing your push-ups, talk about how you got through it, right? How hard it was and how proud of yourself you are, right? Make sure you're set on public. Make sure you got a profile photo, your cover photo. You can add your links in there, all the jazz. But again, Facebook is your business. Treat it like a business and it will pay off. It truly will. It is. When people tell me like, oh, I hate social media, I'm like, you're using it the wrong way. Social media is so powerful. I have met the most amazing humans that I'm looking at right now today because of social media. Right? But you've got to use it the right way. So if you have junk on your social media too, you guys, I recommend just deleting it. Get those people out of your life. If you're waking up and you're scrolling Facebook and you're seeing garbage, get it out of the way so that you can make room to add new people and that inspire you as well. Okay, so that's it, guys. I don't want to keep you longer. I have some more recognition to go do that I'm excited about. So again, congratulations to Jessica and Dana. I'm so proud of you guys. And anything else that you guys want me to talk about on next week's call, just let me know. Wait, let me pop into the chat and see if there was any questions. Nope. Okay, awesome, guys. You want to take a picture? And we will rock out today. All right, babies, take care, okay? Have a good day. Love y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.